Hello, everybody, and welcome to KTX Watches Another Movie. I'm Chloe, joined here by Blake.
Me.
And Ashley.
What's up?
And Blake, what did we watch?
We watched Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3,
Woo.
baby.
Yeah, woo, woo. Yeah. So if you haven't watched one of these before, we just go right through the movie. Spoilers. But first, spoiler-free, one-sentence review. Blake, go.
Wait, what?
Can it be a fragment? Or does it has to be like a
That's
real
deep.
sentence?
It's deep, man.
You know what a fragment is, right?
Fragment of our,
No.
of ourselves.
Like you type something in a word and then it's the green squiggle and it says fragment. And then you can do
Yeah,
ignore.
sure. Any sentence. I don't care if you say words backwards.
Can I do a question?
Here we go. That was it. That was your thing.
All right.
Yeah, you can do it. I said any sentence.
All right. Best one yet? Question mark. That was a question. That was a question.
One of what? No, it's okay. That's the question.
That's the question.
Ashley, go.
I didn't hate this one.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right.
Colby?
Come on the spot, man.
Best one yet.
Oh, that was a period. Period.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. So, that's our spoiler-free review. So, now we're gonna go through the movie. So if you haven't seen this yet, go watch it or not. We're gonna spoil the whole thing.
Yeah.
All right. So we just gonna break right through it.
Colby, start.
How'd this movie start?
Well, they're on nowhere.
Yeah, it started with an awesome scene. I thought because it was playing Creep, which at first when I started playing, I was like, oh, here we go. We're gonna get deep with Creep, and it just kept going. I was like, I really like this song. And
It sounded like a cover.
I don't think it was.
I thought it was like someone singing live.
Yeah.
And it was just
maybe.
recorded over. Because I agree. It didn't sound like the.
No.
Just like a dude who walked in the studio.
Right.
Well, because
Custodian.
I know. All right, spoilers for the holiday special. But there's like a band on nowhere and they sing.
Oh, really?
You wait.
Yeah.
You didn't watch that?
No, I didn't give two shits or a fuck.
What? Please watch this review.
So, it started with them on nowhere, and we go through Rocky Raccoon walking through with the new home they've made and all that stuff, and then we see Drunk Quill, and it kind of sets up the internal conflict of Quill, and then also Raccoon kind of feeling down in the dumps. And
He's not a raccoon, buddy.
he's Rocky.
Yeah.
I actually really, really liked the opening scene of this movie. I thought, I think I appreciate when they kind of take to heart the Marvel criticism of having people shut up for a while, and I think this movie did that a few times.
Yeah.
Which I really liked, was they just didn't talk, they just played some music over it while a character was just standing there listening to music or something, and I thought that was really cool. Then
Let me pose a question.
all right, here
so
we go. Wise go
So
on.
in the beginning of this movie, it was like a cover of Creep, and you're like, wow, this is really good. So let's go back to Black Widow. Start with a cover of that Nirvana song.
Oh.
So what do you say to that? Not as deep?
No, it was a fragment of what it should have been.
Okay, all right, let's move on.
Colby hates women.
And then what happened after that? We get attacked.
Yeah, by the eyebrow man, Will Poulter.
Yeah, can we just get out of the way now, or I'll get to my second point, but I think there are two really weak parts of this movie. The first one isn't here, and that's Adam Warlock. Who is this dude? And this jabroni, and I thought he was really weak in the movie, personally.
He was in the cocoon at the end of the second.
I know
movie.
that.
At the end of the second
I
movie.
know that. It's almost as if, to me, it felt like James Gunn maybe wanted to write a very different movie after he finished Guardians 2. And then as it came on, he was like, actually, I want to make this movie, but oh crap, I already teased Adam Warlock, so I have to put him in this movie. He doesn't do anything in this movie.
Yeah, I expected
He
the character
saves
to be a bit bigger,
Quill.
but I mean,
Yeah, but anybody could have done that. You didn't really need him.
Everyone tried, but he succeeded.
Only Groot tried.
You're right. Everyone was like, no,
man, we suck. Yeah, but Adam Warlock comes and he starts beating stuff up because he wants to grab the rocket.
Yeah.
And fucks up like almost everybody.
Yeah.
He deals some damage. Look at the Homelander looking ass.
Well, I say I liked Will Poulter in general. I like his weird face. Yeah. And his eyebrows.
Okay.
And I liked him in this movie. He was funny.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I laughed a few times. He was pretty funny. But of course they thwart him
Yeah, they do.
by stabbing him.
Yeah,
Whoa,
Nebula.
whoa, she's
Sorry.
not Gamora.
Blue Gamora
She's dead to
stabs
us, right?
stabs Will Poulter in the
yeah.
chest.
Does Nebula have that arm in the special or in the holiday thing?
I don't
That
remember.
arm is pretty cool.
Maybe.
I don't remember. Probably does,
Yeah.
but didn't use it.
It's like, although I do feel the arm. So Nebula has like this cool arm
Yeah.
that's basically Iron Man's like nano suit from Infinity War, but it felt a little MacGuffin-y. I don't know if anybody else felt that way.
It was like a skeleton key.
Yeah, it really. Yeah, it had an answer for everything.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
It's a sword. It's a gun. It's a.
Which was like fine at first. It was like, oh, it's a light, it's a thing. But then she like hacked the ship with it. I was like, this is a little much. Like, this thing probably has like it's like a Swiss Army knife.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Adam Warlock gets thwarted away, and but he shot Raccoon in the freaking, or sorry, Rocket. Getting ahead of myself again. In the chest. Rocket's like, oh man, and they can't use these med packs,
Yeah.
which are like really OP. Did anybody else feel that way?
Well, Adam
can
Warlock
unbreak
like
her.
broke like Mantis's arm,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
as Ashley just said, it like unbroke her arm.
Yeah, like unbroke her arm, and then like sews people shut. They're just really weird. These things are very.
I want
potent.
one.
Yeah, man.
It mends any sort of ailment or something. I don't know, it's really
Yeah,
good.
it's like if you have a hole or a broken bone or anything, you can do anything. But anyway,
A broken heart. Oh, Quill should have did it. Am I right, guys?
I wish I was special. So Rocket's dying, but the med pack doesn't work because he's got a kill switch engage whatever in his chest. And they have to be like, oh man, how do we get this weird kill switch out of his heart? And they have to go to his manufacturer and reset the warranty or something on him. And so they have to go to Oregon Prime or Oregon Donor Prime, whatever the planet is.
So pretty much for half the movie, Rocket's out of commission.
Yeah. In the present.
Yeah, but we see a lot of flashbacks to his interesting past.
Oh my god.
This probably the best strength of the movie, I think, was this Rocket Raccoon backstory and origin story of how he became.
Emotionally jerked me around. Oh my god. I was a wreck during this whole thing.
Yeah, it was good. It was really good. It's all about him as a little baby raccoon getting turned into what he is by what's his name?
The High Evolutionary.
The High Evolutionary.
Yeah,
that was it. And then making little animal cyborg friends.
Yeah. It reminded me of Toy Story.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah, I agree.
Sid.
Yeah.
Sid did that.
As soon as the rabbit with the spider legs, you think of the baby head.
Yeah.
But that was I mean, maybe we can get into more of that later. I don't know, but so they go into this organic world. There's this planet that was like grown.
Looked like a butthole.
Or a space station, I should say. It did look like a butthole.
Yeah.
A really cool butthole, though.
Yeah.
I actually think it was a really unique setting for Marvel. It was kind of what I was hoping for with like the Doctor Strange movie, was seeing cool stuff like that more explored in the recent Doctor Strange movie. So it was really cool that they spent a good amount of time at this place.
Yeah. But not without getting Gamora.
Yeah, they gotta get
and
Gamora.
Sylvester Stallone.
He's like,
I'm in the second movie.
You remember me?
The Ravagers are back.
She's part of the Ravagers.
Yeah.
Quirky.
Yeah, she had like slightly different hair.
She like dyed it a little.
It's unstyled.
Yeah.
It's not curled.
She's
Yeah.
rugged.
It looks almost like that wet kind of look.
Yeah.
Like
It did
that
look kind of greasy.
grungy.
Yeah.
Wet look.
I thought at one point, I thought at first it was like braided,
I think it's
but it wasn't.
I don't think it was.
It's just
It
like,
wasn't.
It's
wavy.
just
But
like,
it
it's
was
not
just
like
like-
mousse. You just like
Yeah.
so it looks like wet all the time.
Welcome to the Gamora Hair Podcast.
Yeah.
So and then we kind of set up Quill's emotional plot through line, character arc, which is like him trying to convince Gamora that she loves him because he can't let go of what happened.
Yeah.
And
Get over it, buddy.
which is I'm very glad they didn't pull like the she likes him in the end type thing. You know, I mean that's what going way to the end over here. They don't get together or anything, thankfully.
Spoilers.
So that just would have been a little like defeated, but because you know I think from the beginning everybody knows Quill is wrong. He's the only one who doesn't know that.
Yeah.
And it's cool to explore that as it goes on. But it actually brings up my second problem of two with this.
Gulp.
I think Gamora was super weak in this movie.
Well, going into this movie beforehand, I was saying that I think it's kind of a shame that we had like 2 movies and of course like the Avengers movies, whatever, of all of this character development of Gamora, and it's just kind of lost now that you know this is a different Gamora.
I agree.
And they just did nothing with it, so that kind of sucks.
It's true. And now it's like they don't want to retread the same ground, so they end up doing almost nothing with her, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's just filler at this point. But I do like I said, I agree with you. I respect that they actually did end up together, because it can't just be for Gamora, or Quill's purpose can't just be for Gamora. He has to grow and move on.
Yeah, I agree. So they go into the butthole, and shenanigans ensue. They end up having to get what was that thing they got?
It looked like a
The cell thing?
Yeah, it looked like a D20.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was his file, right?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
It
It
was
was
a
the
little
file
ball.
of what
Yeah.
Rocket was and
Yeah.
how they made him and stuff. Thinking that the kill switch would be in there.
Yeah.
They do a weird Drax fake out death thing.
Yeah, I was so
I
confused.
thought he was biting the dust,
Yeah,
brother.
I was
too.
like, man, he left his contract pretty early
And
in
then
this
in the
movie.
next scene, he's like standing and he's
Completely fine.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Those med packs,
I
man.
must think must have a med
Those fucking med packs, dude. They were
Freaking like
wonders.
Mantis had his whole like slow mo tracks.
Yeah.
Be down a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a tiny smidge. Yeah, I think so they end up escaping the butthole planet, and they're like, okay, we got the code, but someone deleted the code, and it was
That one guy, Eagle Eye viewers, I noticed when they were in the butthole, like Quill shoulder checked him a little bit, and he was like, "Oh, sorry." And he was like, I don't think he said anything, but Quill said sorry for bumping into him. But like we saw that guy with the high evolutionary earlier, so Eagle Eye viewers like myself. What the fuck you looking at me for?
I'm so confused. I don't know what you're talking about.
when he was
Or the guy with the brain, or the metal
yeah,
thing.
remember when Quill bumped into him? I was like, sorry, man. They like cut to him and everything.
Yeah.
Eagle-eyed view. Yeah.
Looks like someone forgot their glasses at home.
Or do we have like a radio like bummer?
Sorry.
So once they escape with that, they realize someone deleted the code. It was the high evolutionary man. And help me out. What was the
They have to go to Counter Earth.
Oh, furry planet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a weird part of the movie, I think. Furry planet's kind of weird.
Yeah.
So they have to go track down the high evolutionary to get one of his lackeys. He has basically a brain and a computer brain, and they want to pull out his hard drive. Essentially.
I like how Counter Earth is basically just Counter America.
Yeah, they just go into counter suburban New York, kind of.
I don't want to steal like your line if you're but during the movie you mentioned it reminded you of Halloween Town, and it did. Like
dude,
right
yeah.
when they go into Halloween Town, and it's like panning to all
you
these
see like
weird people and
the
stuff.
practical
point.
effects of the orcs. Yeah, they look just like Halloween Town.
Yeah.
A lot of them reminded me of like the effects that was using like Buffy or Supernatural or something like that.
Can we get a special, a quick aside, very special shout out to the guy sitting next to me in the theater?
Yeah,
This
it's
guy's-
cozy,
this
though.
guy was dude, before this movie even started and the previews are up, I hear unwrapping. This guy whips out like a triple cheeseburger or something. I'm smelling it. What the hell? He finishes it. And then as the movie's starting, he takes out another sandwich and he's eating like a chicken sandwich or something, like a spicy chicken sandwich. Then the dude, partway through the movie, Blake noticed, the dude kicks up his feet. And he's not wearing shoes.
Oh, I noticed.
You noticed, I'm sorry.
I told him, yeah.
Like, this dude thought he was at home. Like, I was flabbergasted. This dude was hilarious.
Come get your mans.
At one point, towards the end, I'm skipping a little ahead, when after they defeated the villain, and they rip off his face, the dude next to me, he was like, damn. He just said it so loud. He's like, oh, damn. It's so funny. So shout out to that guy.
Yeah.
I love seeing movies in the theater. So anyway, yeah, they go to this counter Earth. So the whole point of the villain's plan, high evolution, whatever, is that he wants to create the perfect species and a colony of perfect people. So he made furries. He just turned animals into like ninja turtles.
Weird anthropomorphic animals.
Yeah. And
ever see Animorphs? Ever read one of those books?
Yeah.
That was Counter Earth.
That was counter Earth.
Yeah.
And it turns out, I guess, no matter what you do, a society is just going to turn into suburban New York.
Yeah.
Right? So they go, they find them, they interact with the counter-Earthians briefly, and it's kind of really wishy-washy, because at first it's like, oh, they're a monster, and then immediately, like, I don't know, Quill offers a girl, like, here's a cloth to help your bleeding leg. Totally cool now. Everyone's cool.
Yeah. Come into my home.
Drax kills a kid. That was dope.
What?
The ball.
Oh, yeah.
he pegged like a dodgeball at some little like rabbit girl.
It's so funny.
And then like the counter Earthians started like throwing shit at everybody.
And then Groot did that weird thing where he just towered.
Kaiju mode.
Yeah.
And we get the first F-bomb in the MCU at this at this point.
Oh, yeah.
So after they find out where to go during I enjoyed that scene in the house.
Yeah, me too.
And like
Drax
Drax is funny.
Yeah.
You like Drax?
I love Drax.
All right.
Drax is great in this movie.
Big Dave. Good job, brother.
You did it.
Yeah.
I like I taught you.
I'm proud of you.
I feel like that whole couch scene was like trying to keep you awake when you're falling asleep.
Yeah.
You're just
I was like I agree. You actually you compared it to like what do you call it? Like not like a English household, like
an American.
Yeah.
Oh, it seemed very like, how do I say this?
No, go ahead.
See, if I continued, it would sound offensive. So I'm trying to get you to say it.
Well, no,
I
I don't want to say like an Asian American household, because it's not really specifically that, but it definitely just seems like a person of color. I guess like a family.
Oh,
of
interesting.
Color household.
I didn't get that from it, but I understand now when you put it like that. Because to me, it just reminded me of, and the whole vibe they were kind of going for was like the typical American, like the 50s household. Like,
Yeah.
Little Timmy's coming in after playing a good game of stickball.
I can see either way.
Oh, okay. So if you've ever watched the show Fresh Off the Boat, it has like Randall Park in it, but it's about like a Chinese American family, and you know, like the first generation Chinese American family. But it very much reminded me of like that. It's just like little things that you like can recognize, or like the type of portraits on the fridge, or like, they're taken. So yeah,
that's interesting.
Yeah.
So they end up going. They split up, and one team goes to the main citadel, if you will, to confront the bad guy, and then
they take the family's car.
They take the family's car. Quill
and
can't
that's
drive.
And that's when Quill says "fuck."
Yeah, that's right. He
Open
said,
the fucking door, or get in the fucking car. Or something.
Yeah.
I heard someone. I heard that the first F-bomb happened in the movie.
Me too. Yeah, I got spoiled on that.
How about you?
I did not.
All right.
I was surprised.
I wish I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I went into this movie mostly blind. I would say like
Yeah.
90% blind. I
Same.
may have been forced to see a trailer in a movie.
Oh,
that we
I
saw.
watched like the trailers, but
I didn't
and
even
then
watch
I
that.
knew about like the F word.
Yeah.
but that's all I knew. I didn't know like when or the context of it. Just like
Yeah.
that it happened.
So yeah, team splits up. It's I was told her name more. Nebula, Quill, and Groot go to the Citadel, and then Drax, Mantis stay at the ship temporarily, and then come back. And Gamora also stays on the ship. Adam comes back.
Yeah, he's like
Adam Driver.
because he has to get Rocket with his mom, or
Oh,
the,
yeah,
or
that's
the
right.
rest
I
of the
didn't even-
sovereign folk are
I didn't even
gonna
explain
be-
why the dude's in this movie because I forgot.
C8P13.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Essentially,
So they have to get Rocket so the High Evolutionary doesn't kill all the rest of the Sovereign.
yeah. And I guess Adam Warlock's whole thing in this movie is that he's a child because they opened him from his cocoon too early.
Yeah.
And his mom's trying to just, I don't know, awful.
Well, she was in the second movie.
That's right, she was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
You didn't see her hair though. She had like a little dome.
That's what I
hat
thought
on.
she was, but I didn't. I wasn't used to the hair.
Yeah.
So I was like, is that her? I guess it's been so long since I've seen
Mm-hmm.
that movie. So shenanigans happen. They end up. The villain's like, yeah, this planet's fucking done for. I'm just gonna blow it up, and does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He succeeds in destroying the planet and goes off to space with his ship. Their guardians get what they need. They save Raccoon, but the team's trying to switch. And now, when Quill escaped with Groot, Nebula, Drax, and Mantis got stuck on the ship trying to save them.
I think we should highlight how Groot and Quill escape.
It was pretty hype.
Yeah. So they basically just jump out the fucking window.
Yeah, and like apparently it was improvised.
Yeah. But they have the dude with them. And
Yeah.
what I thought was going to happen was like in Austin Powers. And I mentioned this to Kobe during the
Yeah.
movie. Like in Austin, I don't remember which one, but they keep like switching.
Well, falling in the
Yeah,
air, like
uh-huh.
I think
see
it's
who
the
would fit
second
first.
one. I think
Okay.
it's Bioshock.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
And then they just
Oh,
like
it's like a woman, right? That
Yeah,
falls?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love those movies.
so Groot like gets wings and they're just gliding down, and like Quill like fucking nails this guy to the
Oh
ground.
my god, that was so
Like,
brutal.
they just killed this guy. Like, there's no,
He
this,
fucked this
so
guy
this,
up.
brutal.
this movie is brutal. There's a lot of gruesome deaths in this movie.
And then you just see the guy's face in,
In
the water. He's like,
Yeah, can you imagine, like you brought your kid, like, I am Groot, crushing a dude. Like, there's a lot of
You know-
like dismemberment.
Mario says fuck, you know?
And so now another sort of rescue mission needs to happen because there's a lot of kids on this ship,
Jib,
this
jib.
villain ship.
Jib,
They're like the
jab, doop.
next step in evolution, whatever. And yep,
You don't remember what happens next?
and the movie ends. No, so they
Well, they save
get-
Rocket, as you
They
mentioned
save,
before.
they save Rocket.
we
We have
before
the
we went back.
touching moment where Harry confronts Dumbledore in the afterlife, and
Dude, I was about to say, that's what I compared it
dude,
to.
100%. That's what I thought of too. There's
I was like, "Where's Voldemort under the bench?" She's like,
King's Cross.
No, we did a very, very touching, heartfelt moment where, you know, Rocket's sort of
with the
his
otter.
friends trying to give him the pass to like
Yeah,
go.
Lila and Teefs.
They have their little
Yeah, wheelchair Joe.
Floor.
Yeah, for.
Um,
I know, like you guys saying like it's a touching moment, but like, I just thought it was like a little weird seeing like the otter being like has all these person mouth movements and stuff.
yeah, you just don't fucking
You're
get
heartless.
it. You're fucking
heartless.
idiot. You prick.
Had a robot arm, man.
What if it was Logan? What if it was
Should have
Logan
been incinerated.
Yeah, what if it was Logan?
with
I
robot
love Logan.
arms?
Yeah, what if Logan, had
Logan would
robot
rock those robot arms, kind of
Oh.
like Dexter with the with the robot
dad,
arm and like
the trucker.
yeah, the trucker girl
woman
thing.
symbol.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Blake's heartless. So they decide, all right, we're gonna go with our. Oh, one thing I really liked about this movie was their ship. Like,
Yeah.
the Guardians ship is really cool.
I don't know when they got the new one.
Yeah.
Because I just remember the one from the first and second movie.
But the first one was fine.
It got
but...
obliterated, I think, on Ego.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
All right. Well, side note.
Oh,
so,
no,
it
it got
wasn't-
destroyed. Remember, Tony Stark was in it. He's like, oh, fuck.
You're right.
In
You're right.
Infinity War.
Yeah, that was that. You're right.
Because it crashed on the moon.
Titan.
Oh, okay.
And then it got all, you know.
Oh yeah.
Well, I bring this up because so to prepare for the movie, Ashley and I watched Guardians 1.
Okay.
We watched the holiday special when it came out in November. We watched a couple of the group specials. They're like 5 minutes long. And I watched about 18 minutes or so of Volume 2 before we fell asleep. And that was the other day. And here we are.
You know, I was going to wait till towards the end to kind of bring this up, but I didn't think Volume 2 was that good.
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah.
I think
It
it's like
was
a
definitely
solid,
weaker.
like, 4 or 5 out of 10.
This was a
I would
lot
have
more
to
fun.
check my Twitter review from 2017 or whenever that movie came out.
Like, 1 was fine. I know a lot of people really liked 1. It didn't, like, gel with me personally.
I thought it was
but
really
I
good.
get it.
Like, at
Yeah,
the time
it
of
was,
release.
Yeah, it was
I
fine.
liked it, yeah.
2, yeah, I think 2 was a step down. I think the only...
I mean, when it boils down to it's kind of filler in the grand scheme of Marvel. Like, because it like happens right after. I don't know.
Yeah, I get that.
Well, Mantis showed up.
Honestly, like, one of my favorite parts of that movie was the very quick
my daddy.
reveal of, like, that's why I put the tumor in her head. Like,
Yeah.
And, like, that shocking moment where you're like, oh, I thought that was a really good, well-written moment, but I just really can't think of anything else in that. Well, you're not daddy. I didn't care.
Mary Poppins, y'all.
I really didn't think that character deserved a redemption because he's, like, a
Yondu?
fucking murderer. Yeah, he's like a
Yondu?
pirate dude. I don't know. Yondu's
Yondu?
whatever. But this isn't a Volume 2 review. What's the name of the giant head ship? The
Nowhere.
That was it.
Yeah.
Nowhere comes in and it has a cannon eyeball.
Yeah.
And they have a giant ship battle. It's very brief, quickly. A little space battle thing. And which was really cool. I was really hyped during it. And they board the ship, the enemy ship. Kind of get reunited in the docking bay.
Adam shows up again. Fucks up things.
Yeah.
He explodes.
Yeah. Oh, he's got a little dog thing.
Yeah. That he got from the guy he obliterated.
He vaporized, which was a funny scene.
That thing kind of reminded me of
The Lorax.
That's the little Danny DeVito.
the little bear pig thing that they call in Shang-Chi.
Oh my god, I forgot all about
with
that.
With the wing.
Who's hanging out
With
with the Mandarin?
Yeah.
And he like,
Just
pretends
like
to
that.
die.
Yeah.
I was like, is this the same thing?
That was cute. And I think we get one of like, it's got to be up there.
Like
one of
the hallway
best
scene?
Marvel fight scenes.
Yeah. It was
Of course,
cool.
it's another hallway scene. Go
Yeah.
figure. But that was I think.
Yeah, I thought it was awesome.
When
Really
that
good.
scene hit, that's when I realized I really liked this movie. I
Mm.
was like, okay, you know what? I think they get it.
That's when it hit for me too.
Right? That scene was
You want
so
a kiss?
good. So it's just a fight scene against jobbers, but it's this uncut, long, just hallway fight scene where it shows off all of the Guardians fighting and doing their own thing, and it's chaotic, but it's pretty easy to follow. I think. It's fun.
It helps that it's like semi slow motion.
Yeah. It's fun. I think it shows off every single character really well, doing really cool and again really unique things. You have Groot putting his arm in a dude and then making branches grow inside of the guy. Like it's so gross
That's
and
fucked
awesome.
up.
Nebula breaks all her freaking bones and then puts them back together as she kills
Head was,
things.
like,
Yeah,
swinging.
because she got like haymakered.
Even I thought they made Quill look like a badass too, which I think is kind of difficult because he's always kind of a little goofy. And I think when it comes to fighting, to me he was always the least competent. In this movie, I think he proves that wrong, but especially in this scene where he's just sliding and shooting, he just looks really cool.
Usually his thing is just like he kind of flies in and uses blasters.
Yeah.
But
He had those like taser.
Yeah, he was just like throwing them on people.
It was so cool. Awesome scene. I think that was one of the highlights of the movie. They beat all the jobbers, and then they
As a quick aside, Maybe it's because I watched the first movie and then like I watched only like 18 minutes of the second movie. What happened to his little mask thing? He's like,
I don't know. I was wondering that too. I think they showed it briefly in this movie. I've been looking for. I don't think it was in this movie. Mask. I thought I remember seeing like some little critters are playing with it or something. I could have sworn, but anyway,
like he had it in like Avengers, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I don't know. Right, I don't know. I really don't know. I was trying to. It probably would have helped at the end of the movie if he had that mask. Just saying, with this little problem. Anyway, they find all the kids. They coordinate with Nowhere and Cosmo, the dog, who's super cute, and I thought was like, she's a Russian dog. Yeah, she's like really funny. Yeah,
bad dog
with telekinesis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and they save the kids. And then the Rocket goes back, sees a bunch of animals all in cages, and he's like, and realizes he is a raccoon.
Exact reaction.
The babies.
Yeah, see baby raccoons. But then the villain, who has the same powers as Kane the Conqueror and Ant-Man, shows up. Yeah. Anybody else kind of,
Oh, I totally made that connection.
I was like, this is kind of boring. I wish he had a better power set, but he's just, I also have telekinesis, and somehow it's better than Kane's.
Well, it sounded like he didn't always have it. He like recently got it.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, because he didn't use it before in the past flashbacks, and then it said that like he now is so smart that gravity bends. Yeah, which I assume is the telekinesis bullshit.
Yeah. But he kind of goes like a chump.
Well, I thought like he got his ass beat, but I thought it was cool how he got. his ass beat.
Yeah, they have another brief like Guardians as they all kind of fuck him up in their own special way. Yeah, dude, that's this movie just like what, which I thought was cool. I didn't feel like I needed a big villain like I will destroy you all and like they're getting overpowered by him. Like I didn't feel a need for that. The way they handled them was pretty well. He's just a dude with telekinesis. You know, like throw a dude 2 or 3 times, but then they wail on him and beat the shit out of him.
It's important to note that he had like a fake face.
Yeah,
because it didn't show what his face looked like, but in the past when Rocket got free, he like sliced and diced his face off.
Yeah, like very.
And then he looked like Red Skull, except more bloody.
Yeah, I was shocked they showed it. They ripped off his face and they just showed this mutilated. Again, like I'm glad you brought little Timmy with you to see Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. They save all the animals and the kids, and they go back.
But not everyone is saved.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's Quill. He goes back for his Zune.
Yeah, his Zune.
But in the process, it flails into space as the ships separate and dies.
Dude, all right, so this is my problem with this movie. This is the third time this has happened to this guy. Where he is in space and his face starts to crystallize. Except this is the farthest it's gone where his face starts to bubble up.
Yeah, it's gross.
So at this point, I thought, because like, all right, so
third time's the charm.
So I thought either Rocket or Drax or both were gonna bite the dust.
I agree.
But when I saw this, I was like, they're killing Star-Lord off instead. Is that the big twist?
No.
But no, Adam Warlock comes in and saves his face. And
freaking Adam Warlock. I hate this guy. Dumb diamond forehead.
Whoa, don't be rash.
Don't be rash.
And but Adam Warlock saves him, as he said. And they all reconvene in Nowhere, and they decide they're gonna, you know what? It's time to split up the band.
Yeah.
Which I think was a really touching scene.
Mm-hmm.
They all kind of need to go do their own different things, and everyone respects it. And then they dance to, I don't know what that song was.
Florence and the Machine.
It was. Okay.
Yeah. So Mantis and the big snake monsters from the beginning of Guardians 2.
Obelisk,
yeah.
Or whatever.
Obelisk Tormentors.
Oh, yeah.
They went to wherever.
That was that part was kind of lame. I thought.
What, that she was like they only eat batteries.
Them. Yeah. I actually thought they were going to make a joke out of it, and it was gonna like eat her. But it shouldn't
that's
die,
what I was thinking.
You know, but it was gonna be funny, and Drax would be like, "Oh, okay."
I mean, she is also correct though, because those things were trying to eat batteries in the second movie.
Yeah.
So I guess
it seems like a weird
wrong.
mistake for the evolutionists to make.
Yeah.
Like, why would you? They eat energy. Why would you have a pit where you feed it people? I don't know. It just didn't make any sense to me.
Maybe there's battery people.
It's true.
Oh.
I mean, maybe it worked on Nebula.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Probably would have.
I don't
She's
know.
like robot-esque. But Nebula, Drax and Nebula are leading like nowhere or whatever.
Drax the dad.
Peter went back to Earth to see Grandpa. And then, am I missing anybody? Oh, and Rocket's the leader of the Guardians, and with Groot.
Yeah, and Gamora goes back to the Raptors.
Yeah.
And then
They dance.
They dance as they should.
Yeah. So 2 post-credit scene, guys.
Mid and post.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was mid, all right. So we see the Guardians of the mid galaxy. You know? So we got Groot, we got Rocket, we got Sean Gunn. I forget his character's name.
Kraglin.
Yeah, who we didn't mention once
We didn't
in this
mention him
entire
once.
thing.
I mentioned Kraglin.
Did you?
I did.
Oh,
I don't remember
I didn't
what
realize that.
context.
That's how forgettable he was.
Yeah. I was like, this guy fucking blows, and then he like, I guess that
He
was
was
like
okay.
the point of the movie until like he mastered the whistle thing.
You're
Yeah.
hot, boy.
Yeah, we got
Yondu.
we got Yondu in the movie. Represent.
Yeah, whatever. I don't think Yondu's that big of a deal.
And then Cosmo.
Yeah.
And then
A
Star
Child.
Girl.
A
Space
Star
Kid,
Child, yeah.
Yeah,
Which-
which interesting.
who had like powers, but we know nothing about. Maybe it's supposed to be some comic book character,
Oh,
probably
100%.
but like I don't like how it's just like
She's
someone
there.
we don't know.
I think it's fine. I don't know. I thought it was
We only
fine.
know her name.
That's okay.
Okay, it's
That's fine.
it's just an end credit scene. Like, it doesn't matter.
I want to kill myself.
And then we had the post credit scene with Star-Lord eating cereal.
Yeah.
Somebody was like trying to point something out in the audience to like they seemed excited about something. I don't realize.
I mean,
it.
I just noticed what the paper headline said.
Yeah, so like Kevin Bacon was abducted by aliens.
And that was
Yeah.
that was the Christmas special.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's the plot of it. That's,
Oh, maybe
literally
that's
it.
what they would say to
Probably.
Yeah.
That's funny.
When they were mentioning like his son, like the grandpa's son or whatever, it's like, oh, your son should be like mowing the lawn or whatever. I shouldn't be doing it. I thought it was gonna like reveal somebody or something.
Oh, like his like
And then he
his
just kept
stepdad.
yeah,
I
or
don't
just
know.
kept eating cereal. I was like, all right.
Yeah.
Then it said the amazing, incredible, the whatever
The legendary
the
Star-Lord.
legendary Star-Lord Wilshire.
Which is cool. I liked Will.
Yeah.
And that was a movie. That was Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Yep.
Overall thoughts?
Colby.
I thought it was great. I actually really enjoyed this. I think this is the best Marvel movie that's come out in a long time. Better than Wakanda Forever, I will say, because it's way more consistent than Wakanda Forever. I think Wakanda Forever has an amazing intro, like one of the best starts to a Marvel movie and everything. But
Yeah.
you know, with what's her name, Ironheart and all that, like it just
Yeah, Riri.
it peters off real hard.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, and this one I think just started strong, and I think just kept consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and I went into this movie. I was not into it. I was like,
know.
I do not care about the Guardians. I think
Wow.
the second movie wasn't good. I didn't care. I didn't watch the holiday special because I just didn't care. And I was wrong. This is
I was
great.
wrong.
I was
I
wrong.
think you should watch the holiday special. It's not supposed to be anything serious.
It's like 40 minutes.
Sure,
long.
It's just fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
But
I think it's the best Guardians yet.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's definitely true.
I was every time like someone got injured, I was like, all right, they're killing this dude off.
Yeah.
But Drax survived. Rocket survived. I thought it was cahoots for them.
Yeah.
Especially with Big Dave being like, "This is my last Marvel movie."
Yeah,
ever."
yeah.
But I guess like it's smart to just
Leave it open.
Yeah, to leave it open because money talks and
That's
you
true.
never know. And like I think Drax. Dave Bautista as Drax is incredible.
You can't beat it. He's so funny.
He's so good.
Yeah, he kills it.
Of the three wrestlers, John Cena, The Rock, Big Dave. I think Big Dave.
He wins it.
He wins it, bro.
Scorpion King, pretty good.
Do we have to watch Dune now?
Is he in it? Oh, he is in it. He is. Yeah.
He's Drax.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Or
what is this?
Or he's Batista.
Dune review coming next week.
The new one's coming out in November.
Yeah.
Part two.
Yeah, I think it was really good, and I don't like I said, my negative are I don't like how they did that the third or fourth Quill in space death, fake death, and I don't know how I feel about the mid Guardians of the Galaxy. Other than that, I thought it was a fantastic movie.
All right,
fantastic movie.
Ashley.
I really, really liked it. I've obviously had some doubts just because of how Marvel has been going in direction.
Yeah,
especially in the
true
past
story.
days.
True story.
They've not been the greatest, but no, I was pleasantly surprised. I really, really liked it. I loved, honestly, Mantis a lot in this movie. I think that she got a lot more of a character.
Way more screen time for her. Way more.
She wasn't just kind of, just a laugh or comic relief like in the last one.
I think a lot of the reasons because they just had her interacting with everybody in some way and voicing her opinion more.
Right. So I really, really like that. The fight scenes were awesome. Really loved that hallway scene. That was cool. I got me really, really excited. And I did tear up at a couple moments in this movie, especially with the flashbacks.
Those are
Oh my god. That, man, that was an emotional roller coaster. But yeah, really, really like this movie. It was awesome.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
What's next in Marvel? What's the next big movie?
Well, Secret Invasion comes out next month.
Really?
Yeah. Well, it's not a movie though.
Oh,
it's a
series.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
With Nick Fury.
Yeah. And the Marvels.
The Marvels is November.
That's the next big one.
That's November.
Yeah. It was supposed to come out in July, but it got delayed till November.
So that's probably the next big one, right?
I think.
Big one.
Yeah.
I don't.
Unless they throw another. I'm pretty sure Loki got delayed because of Mr. Majors. Because I think that was supposed to be the next series.
Nope.
Thanks, John.
Yeah. What the fuck are they gonna do about that?
I think they're just kind of waiting to see
How that
legally what happens, and then make their decision.
Damn. Whatever. We're not gonna touch that.
Talk about fumble in the bag.
So I think we can all safely recommend the movie.
Yeah.
So
Big recommend.
I know. Bye.
Save our raccoons.